Namaste Dosto! Welcome to Desified Dish. My name is Reiko. This is the generic intro for some of my pre-YouTube videos, so take it away, past Reiko. So tonight for dinner, I wanted to make a bit of a love letter to a dish that I've really enjoyed in the past, that being Hariyaali chicken. So Hariyaali is a Hindi word which translates to greenery. So as you can imagine, it's a very green curry. There are a lot of leaves in it. So what I actually wanted to do was use this guy here though. So this is rocket that I've been growing in my kitchen. And for anyone who doesn't know, rocket has a beautiful peppery taste. And this then led on to ideas of South Indian curries, because particularly along the Malabar coast in southwestern India, that's where black pepper is grown and where it originated. So it would be perfect. I think it'll pair really, really well with some South Indian flavors. So I'm thinking coconut milk, definitely a lot of black pepper in there as well. And that's why I've chosen to give it a bit of a different name. So rather than Hariyaali chicken, this is Pachappu chicken. So Pachappu is a Malayalam word. It's essentially a translation of greenery, as long as Google hasn't stirred me the wrong way. Anyway, first things first, what we're going to need to do is put together a marinade. Alright, so into a mixing bowl I'm adding 1 cup of yogurt, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, 1.5 teaspoons of red chili powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of cracked black pepper. With all of that in there, I'm going to use my tiny whisk and combine it all together. A nice colour going now. And now we're going to cut our chicken. So I'm going to just take my rings off first. And let's cut that chicken. So I'm just going to cut off the major parts of fat. We're going to leave the smaller bits because that's going to add flavour, juiciness. I'm just going to cut these into 2.5 centimetre pieces and then add them into our marinade. There's the last 2 pieces, so in they go. So again, I'm just going to grab my tiny whisk and just mix this all around, making sure that meat gets all nicely coated. Perfect. Alright. Then we're going to add some glad wrap over the top, and this is going to chill out in the fridge for 30 minutes up to 24 hours. The longer is always the better, so I'll see you in a few hours, chicken. Alright, we're back. It's been several hours. The chicken is still chilling out in the fridge behind me, but I think it's about time we got dinner on, because I don't know about you, but I'm definitely hungry. Okay, so to start with, I'm just going to be adding all of my pachappu, so my greenery, into this colander. I'm just going to give it a bit of a rinse to remove any grit that might be on there. Using cold water. Perfect. Alright, then with the garlic, I'm just going to cut off the ends just to remove the skin. Then with the chilies, just going to cut them into a few pieces. And then with the ginger, I'm just going to remove the skin. Then with the onion, I'm just going to cut off the ends. Oh! Careful there. And then cut it in half. Remove the skin and then cut into slices. And then lastly, we're going to dice this and then put this aside. Onto our food processor, I'm going to put in my garlic, my ginger, my green chilies, and my unsalted cashews. This is 1 cup. Then add in half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of garam masala powder, and as much of those leaves as you can cram in. I had to do this in 2 batches because my processor is quite small. 2.5 tablespoons of water, blend away. And there we have it. Pachappu paste. Over onto the stovetop, I'm going to add a saute pan and then set my heat to medium and let this warm up. Once it's warm, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of ghee and let that melt. Then add my curry leaves and saute for 30 seconds until fragrant. Then add in our diced onions and cook for about 4 to 5 minutes until it's translucent. Then add in our pachappu paste, give that a good mixing around. Then add in our marinated chicken, plop. Give it a good mix around, make sure that paste is nicely coating it. And then add in some water, half a cup, just from the food processor, that's why it's so green. Give it a good mix around, and we're going to bring this to a light simmer. Pop the lid on, We're going to leave this for 15 minutes on low heat. Oops, forgot to add salt, half a teaspoon. Alright, it's been 15 minutes, so I'm now going to add in my coconut cream, half a cup. Give that a good mixing around. We're going to leave this for 5 minutes to simmer. I'm just going to add in a teaspoon of cracked black pepper, some julienne ginger. This lovely dish is ready to serve. I'm going to add a couple of scoops of this into my bowl. Don't judge me, I'm very hungry. And lastly, we'll just plate this up with some coriander and some julienne ginger, and I don't know about you, but that looks very delicious to me. Alright, we are back, the cooking is done. So I present to you Pachappu chicken. Oh, there's wonderful smells coming through. I can smell all of those herbs. Let's go ahead and give it a try. I've made my usual multi-grain roti, so let's give it a go. Oh, it's so juicy and creamy, and all of those different leaves are just giving it so much flavor. There's that nice spicy finish from the chilies, as well as also the black pepper that I added towards the end of the process. This version of Hariyaali chicken has definitely worked really well. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, and if you want to see what dishes I get up to next time, please subscribe. Bye for now.